Hello everyone, welcome back once again to CareerQ, a place to curate your career. So by seeing this video's thumbnail, you must have already realized what I'm going to talk about in this video. But if you have not, then let me tell you that in today's video, I will be talking about a very important thing that has occurred since this post-COVID zone of our jobs, and about which you should be absolutely careful. And anytime in your course of when you're working in an organization, you should not at any time do this thing. So what is this thing? We will know that further in the video, but before that, let me tell you that in this channel we talk all about tech updates, software updates and organizational updates. If any of these topics are of an interest to you, you might want to hit the subscribe button and also press on the bell icon so that you do not miss another video from us. And with that being said, let's get started. So what is the thing that I have been telling you to not do? That is, never ever tell your salary to any of your peers or your colleagues, anyone within the project, as a client, anyone. You might be knowing that person very well, you might be very good friends with those people, or you might be having a very good tuning, very good bonding. You might even be relatives, long distance relatives, close relatives, anyone. But if they are your colleagues, if they are within your organization, and if they are working with you, then please make it a point that you do not share how much is your income, either in terms of monthly income or in terms of your entire CTC, anything. Please do not share that. Now here are some things that I'm going to tell you in the video, which is why you should avoid doing this thing. The first thing is you need to understand the situation, guys. So there have been plenty of people, and when I say this, I mean it. There have been plenty of people who have switched their jobs in the COVID times and have got very, very good hikes. We have been talking about ourselves, our friends. We have heard about different stories, people getting 100, 200, 300% hikes while they are switching. So yes, the COVID zone has actually been or given a big boom to those who have switched their jobs. However, at the same time, there are plenty of employees who have not switched their jobs because of the job security, because of their income guarantee, because of maybe EMIs and stuff. There can be a number of reasons why an employee has not switched his job in the COVID season. So for those employees, the salary hikes that they were getting, that was not very much. In fact, there are many organizations, we have also been talking about them, that this organization did not give hike, this organization gave only this much of hike. Those things have been covered in other videos, previous videos in the channel as well. So we come to know that there are a lot of employees who are still, or who have still been in their jobs and have not got much hikes. However, at the same time, there are plenty of employees who have come into the same project, the same team, and have come up with a lot of hike. Yes. So what happens when you accidentally, or when you willingly tell your salary, your colleague gets a feeling of jealousy. I'm not saying that everyone will get, but yeah, generally, come on, we are all humans, we do have that feeling. And yes, however much we deny it, we do get jealous when we find that, okay, this person who is at the same post as we are, or maybe even younger, then he or she is getting much more salary than I am getting. So that is a sense of jealousy. And when you communicate your salary, or when you tell your salary to someone, this feeling might get evolved within them, and then the team ergonomics, the economics in which you work, that will get hampered, that it will just ruin. Yeah, it will just ruin. Like, that person would have been very friendly with you, he or she would have been very helpful, but as soon as you tell your salary, from the next day onwards, you'll find that they are not behaving properly, they are not taking your calls, they are not helping you in any which way. Why? Because they have gotten this feeling that this person is having, or is getting so much of salary, let this person do this job, why am I going to help? I'm not even getting that much salary, right? Like, even for me, or even for you, you might get the same feeling if you or I, we get to know that our same colleague who is sitting at the same position as we are, with the same years of experience, is getting much more, then we will feel betrayed, right? So that is a feeling that the older, or the people who have been in the project since before, they are getting, and this has actually increased a lot after this COVID season has ended, and this post-COVID zone that we are working in, this feeling has really got increased. Now this is about your peers. It might also happen that you tell this thing to your manager that you are getting this much and now you want this much of appraisal, and it might happen that your manager, who is sitting at a senior position than you are, is getting, maybe similar salary or maybe even less. And this has happened actually, right? There are plenty of employees who have been sitting in one organization, who have not switched, and who are not getting that much of salary, and there are new employees who have come up with by switching their jobs, and they're getting that much of salary. But when you share this with your manager, it might happen that he or she also gets this feeling of jealousy, or I don't know, you can give it any term, but and they might not give you a good rating or a good review, and your appraisals that you are entitled to, that will actually be, somewhere it will get hampered, because you have shared this minor information with your manager. Also, there are certain other things that you need to take care of as well, which is the first: if you are not saying your salary, right? You are not saying what your gross income is, or what your net income is, or what your CTC looks like. You're not saying any of that, but you have said that you pay these many taxes, you pay this amount of, or this heavy amount of tax. Even from that, your colleagues, your manager, they can very well do the calculation, right? Or they can see that, how much I am paying as tax and how much you are paying as tax, and then they can make a comparison that yes, you are getting much more than they are getting, right? So you have to be very particular about it. You need not share even your tax rates, whatever taxes you are paying. You need not share how much hike you have got, because say for example, if an organization decides that they will, or it will give a hike of 4% to each of its employees. Now if there is a person who has got or who has a salary CTC of maybe 8 LPA, and there is a person who has a CTC of 10 LPA, then of course 4% of 8 LPA and that of 10 LPA, there will be a difference. So whenever you go and you say that, oh god, this time we did not get that much hike, I have only gotten this much of increase from my previous salary, and per month the increase is just this much, then even from that people can calculate backwards, right? So that can also make the other person realize how much your CTC will be, because 4% of your CTC, right? So how much your CTC might look like, and they will get to know how much you are earning. Okay, so this is one thing, and these are a few different things that actually revolve around your salary, which you should not at any point let out in front of anyone, however close that person may be. Now the next question that arises is how to tackle this question, because I know it is bad etiquette, but I also know that there are people out there who go on to ask how much you have received, how much is the hike that you have got, what is the increment in your increment letter, how much increment you have got. Those kind of questions just come across you, and you cannot say that no, I'm not going to tell you about it. That will be rude and arrogant. So how you can tackle this question? So the first thing, or generally what I apply, I would only talk about myself, what I do when I come across such a tricky situation. So whenever any person asks me that how much have you got, I just say that it's enough for me to pay my rents, my taxes, and to survive in a city like Bangalore. So yes, that is a fairly well question, and I can also say that I don't get to do a lot of savings or what I mean to say is you can get out of this tricky question by not mentioning any figures, but revolving or rotating this question in and around words. Because I have come to know, and I'm really hearing a lot of office politics going on because of this thing. This situation has developed post-COVID. Pre-COVID, this wasn't the case. Yes, there were employees who, had or got more salary and less salary for one position. That is equally understood. However, this situation has actually happened post-COVID. So, I thought I should make a video on it and, tell you what you should do or what you should not do when you are in this situation. I hope that I have been able to help you guys. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe the channel. If there is any other answer that you give to your friends, family, colleagues, anybody, please put them down in the comment section. It would definitely be good fun and maybe people will know how to tackle this question. Even I will learn something new. I'll come again tomorrow with another new topic. Till then, stay tuned to CareerQ. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.